Okay, class, good day. So, this is market research and consumer behavior. I need not introduce myself because I have been your teacher last semester. I just like to give you an overview of how our class would be. And of course, this is the new normal. So, I'll be conducting video lectures to explain everything that is in your module or in your learning materials uploaded in the Google Classroom. So, first, I have to discuss the course description. What is market research and consumer behavior all about? So, this course studies consumer behavior from a marketing perspective. I know that some of you has already finished marketing or principles of marketing in their um, first year. So, we will just elaborate on that. You will become familiar with consumer behavior models of decision making. Why is it important that we study our consumer behavior? That will be the outcome of our course. Like for example, today, nowadays that we are having this pandemic, what changes or what changes happen to our consumers in terms of their behavior? Did they become more aggressive in buying? So, what are the things that they are buying? How do they respond to the pandemic? We also will take a closer look at how consumer processes information. So, like what I've said in the marketing aspect, how does a consumer react to an advertisement? Is a red background more effective than a green background? Okay? So, we also learn how to develop preferences and make choices. How our consumers develop preferences. Bakit kaya mas mabili ang Vivo sa Oppo? What preferences do our market have? We will also study how different marketing tactics are used by business organization to influence consumers. Again, we will devolve our discussion. Maganda kasi kung yung pandemic ang ginagamit natin ngayon example. How does business organization influence our consumers? We all know that the demand of masks, demand of hand sanitizers, alcohol, PPEs rise up. And so, how does consumer behavior explains this one? So, yun yung mga pag-aaralan natin. So, you will learn to apply tools used by business organization to analyze and gain information about consumer behavior. Sometimes other companies use survey like SWS. Others merely observe. Others assign somebody who goes to a supermarket and observe the behavior of the consumers. So, this involves becoming familiar with selected marketing research techniques and learning how to apply these techniques to gain insights into an area of consumer behavior. So, for example, sa pandemic ngayon, naging in ang online selling. So, why? Bakit kaya? Those things we need to study because those involve consumer behavior. Okay? So, the objective is for you to leave the course with a better understanding of your own behavior as a consumer. So, it's not only studying the consumer behavior of others, but more importantly, you should also learn your own behavior. Bakit kaya gastador ako? Bakit kaya pag masaya ako, lumalabas ang pera ko? Bakit kaya pag malungkot ako, kuripot ako? Or the other way around. So, those are consumer behavior. How consumer behavior is impacted by the local environment. So, bakit kaya mas mabili ang kape sa Baguio? Okay? Bakit kaya sa Tugigaraw, hindi masyadong malakas ang kape? So, that's local environment. And the tools used by business and organizations to collect insights. That's why we have research. That's why you will be required to make feasibility study later on. Okay? But not at this course. That's for your business plan subject. Okay? So, what are our learning objectives? So, at the end of the lesson or after reading the chapter, you should be able to, number one, define consumer behavior. I know that not every one of you is familiar with that term consumer behavior. I also expect that you will be able to explain the sectors that constantly target consumers. So, anong sector itong mga to? Anong part ng business area? And I would also like you to describe how the sectors research consumers. What medium do they use? What media? Is it survey? Is it one-on-one? Do they just stand there and study consumer behavior? So, I would also like you to discuss how consumers make decisions. So, at the end of the course, I expect na ma-explain nyo na kung bakit mas mabili ang isang produkto at sa isang produkto, or bakit red ang kulay ng mga fast food natin, yung pintura ng establishment. And better if you can debate how marketing activities impact consumers. So, why others advertise? Why Coke still advertise despite their being very popular? Why does this product prefer this advertisement from that advertisement? And lastly, I'd like you to discuss an appropriate framework to study consumer behavior. Okay, so hopefully we could come up with a framework that would give us a better feedback on consumer behavior. Okay, so that's it for now. Next meeting, I'll be discussing consumer behavior on itself. So, what I did just today is to give you an overview, a background of what you will be expecting with our lesson. So, you will be expecting more video lectures from me because I believe that the modules or the slides that I'm sending you through Google will not suffice, because it's better if you hear it from me. And if you have any questions, you may leave it via our Google Classroom. Any questions, clarifications about the subject, you can ask me and I'll try my best to answer it. Okay? So, that's it for now. Thank you very much. And keep safe.